Asbury Park is a little more than 1 mile in size and has about 17,000 residents. It's a very diverse community, and it's a city that's in transition. And what you see now is a city that has made incredible strides. The exception is the southwest side. The southwest side is still struggling. And I think one of the things that's really going to be the tipping point for the Southwest is the Springwood Avenue Park.
The redevelopment plan for Springwood Avenue has a number of different zones: a gateway zone, a residential zone, neighborhood commercial, and a park recreation zone. And the members of the community, local residents, as well as the volunteers that served on the advisory council felt it was very important to have some recreating space in the redeveloped Springwood Avenue corridor. You know, nothing is cheap these days. And as a public works project, the cost of the park was going to be significant. And without someone helping to close that gap, the likelihood of the park ever getting built was probably not high.
We've always been a big supporter of multiple partners. Everyone who works in open space knows you can't do it alone.
Before this, I had never heard of the Monmouth Conservation Foundation. And after it, I'm a real fan.
Before we began the Springwood Avenue project, we were primarily an organization focused on land acquisitions, helping the county acquire lands or helping municipalities acquire lands.
The board had really not been at all involved with doing any kind of projects that were inner city, shall we say.
We decided it was time to do something different.
It really took time to get the board to warm up to this idea of bringing green into an urban situation that was severely underserved.
And not every opportunity arises where we can have a social consciousness along with the conservation.
It was an opportunity for the foundation to really make forays into another area that it hadn't really given thought to.
So we had this function called Pizza and Pasta at Porta for a purpose. And that purpose is a park for people. So that was a resounding success. We had a full house. And once we got the press and the PR, the board said, wow, this is good stuff. We got to do more of this.
They really were and began to understand relatively quickly the significance of serving a community that otherwise didn't have the wherewithal to do it on their own.
And you know that the county has put up a lot of money, and so we intend to also.
From what else the county is giving us for this project and throwing some of our own money in it, we will finally be able to move this project forward.
With Monmouth Conservation Foundation involved, we're very optimistic now that the park will be built.
Not only the financing, but they're also going to try to give us the foliage we need, the trees. They're reaching out to their members and their donors and seeing if they will support us. And that will mean a great deal to us because it means we don't have to use all of our budget for trees and flowers, and that we can use it for benches and lights and other things.
I'm really enjoying seeing the renaissance of Asbury Park. You see buildings going up, you see sidewalks being repaired, but to see also recreation and outdoors and chances for the kids to be involved in the design of the project really gets me excited about the future of Asbury Park.
I think this has opened up a new chapter in the foundation, one that's more than what we've done well for 38 years, a chapter that's now has an urban focus.
The pride that we can take in doing something for people who would not have access to something that they should have had for some time. It's very rewarding.
Now they're thinking of what else can we do next that might be something similar to this. So we now have a lot of pipeline projects that we would not have had otherwise if it wasn't for the resounding success of Springwood Avenue Park.